Let's talk about what it takes to sell your home. We like to have our clients think about selling their home in 3 stages: pre-market, on-market, and after an offer is accepted. So the first step in getting your house sold is obviously me coming over and taking a tour of your home so that I can understand what it is we're trying to sell. After that, I'll run home and prepare a really comprehensive analysis of your property, taking into account all of the homes that have sold in the last 6 months and that have very similar features to your own. Once we understand exactly what your property has to offer, we want to understand what the market is doing. If you're selling in the winter, or in March, or in November around the holidays, the market is going to perform a little bit differently. So understanding what the market is doing in a very micro sense is going to be a big part of our job. Along with understanding the market is going to be determining your list price. So we're gonna present almost too much data, which will show us exactly where we wanna be. We'll usually give you a range of prices where we think your home is actually going to sell for, but ultimately you're the boss and you get to determine the list price of your home. So once we've understood the market and determined a list price, we have to spend a little time deciding if it's worth staging your home. So there's some data to support that staging your home can get you up to 5% more money for your house, not to mention decreasing the amount of market time, which in effect will decrease the amount of taxes, insurance, or other expenses that you may have to pay. I think this is the right time to consider something called Compass Concierge. So we at Compass offer this really unique program where if you wanted us, Compass, to pay for the staging, pay for some upgrades, paint your cabinets, we can front that money, help you get the work done, and you don't need to pay for it until it actually closes. So after we've finished understanding the market, setting the price, and making some changes to the property, that's when I come with my entire marketing team and we make this property shine. Now, how do we do that? We will do some of the more traditional stuff, right? We'll take professional listing photography, we'll get your traditional floor plan, but the way that we kind of separate ourselves is included in our package is virtual 3D floor plans, drone photography, a full video walkthrough. And if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you've seen that our social media is second to none in Chicago. So we'll shoot this property in such a way that we'll reach the most amount of potential buyers. So once we have all this marketing collateral, the photos, the videos, the floor plan, etc., what we normally suggest is to test your listing on off-market channels. Of course, everyone is very familiar with Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, Realtor.com, Compass, but there are channels open to a very select few agents where we can test your property and spread it across just agents so we can potentially get some feedback, even potentially sell your property off market. Our team sold 200 properties last year. 20 of them, so 10%, were sold pre-market or off-market. So we've tested your property on off-market channels and maybe we didn't sell it, normal. It's time to set a list launch date and finalize our listing price. Once we do that, we usually suggest listing on a Wednesday so that agents have a little bit of time to schedule their weekends with their buyers. We'll then follow up that launch on a Wednesday with Saturday and Sunday open houses for 3 consecutive weekends. On this launch date is the date that you'll finally see it on every single channel that you're familiar with. It'll go up on Zillow, Redfin, Trulia. And not only that, we will make sure to put money behind it on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube to get that maximum exposure. Once your home is on the market, we'll of course be scheduling private tours here or there. So it may be a little challenging, but we may ask you to have the property ready on 2, 4, 8 hours notice. Of course, if that's not a possibility for you, let us know and we can black out some showing times for agents and their buyers. If the property does last on the market for a little while, every single Monday or Tuesday, I will be sending you an email detailing everything you could possibly want to know about how your property is performing. And from there, we can develop a strategy. Maybe we decide to stay the course. Maybe we were testing a slightly higher price than we actually thought the property could get, and we can make these tweaks to make sure that the next week and the week after that, we're putting your property in the best position to sell for the most money. At some point, and hopefully it's early on in the process, we'll generate one, hopefully more than one offers that we present to you. That's where our expertise comes into play a ton. It's not only the purchase price which makes the offer great. It's important to understand some other factors. You may need to sell quickly. The buyer may have something called a home sale contingency, and they may need to wait until their property sells. They may have an agent with a bad reputation or a lawyer we know is notorious for killing deals. We're gonna help you select the best offer that we think has the highest likelihood of actually getting to the closing table. Believe it or not, generating an accepted offer is really only half the battle. Keeping the deal together requires more effort than you may think. It's our job to make sure that even after the deal is accepted, that we maintain our position and guarantee the best possible outcome for you and for your property. Great, we made it through inspections, we made it through the whole attorney approval process. Your buyer is now clear to close. Now what? Well, your attorney will send you a huge package of documents that you'll sign. You'll send it in. You probably won't even go to the closing table. Just sit back, relax, and wait for that money to hit your bank account. Congratulations, you just sold a property.